Pacquiao, same way. I tell people how to study fights and stuff like this. I don't have any secrets and stuff like this, but they just don't see it yet. I mean, like I was telling Peter on the way here, like Ricky Hatton. It took me. I'm in my 5th week of watching tape with Ricky Hatton before I found out what the habit he had that I could take advantage of. And I said, you know what? How did I miss that?
5 weeks.
But then it made the fight so easy for us because he made that move every time you drew it out.
Did you just watch the fight over and over and over and over?
Yep. It's like reading a book twice or 3 times. You get more out of it each time. I'm watching it more. Sometimes you watch TV at home. Sometimes you get distracted and a cup of coffee or something like that.
Right. Does Manny watch the fights with you ever?
No, we watch them separately and then we compare notes in the gym.
Really?
So we come up with he sees it this way, I see it that way. We try to come up with the perfect formula how to beat that. Sometimes I'll show him how I want him to beat that move, and then he'll say, "Well, let's make this adjustment here because I'm more comfortable with it." And sometimes if I don't find a mistake there, we'll go with it. But if I find a mistake and we both can't agree on it, he says, "Okay, let's erase that one, and we're not going to make that move." So we work together on. That's the difference now between. It's not trainer teacher anymore. It's a 50-50 thing right now because he's learned the game as well as I did.
How has that evolved? How has that come along? Was there a point where he really started to get that part of it, or has it just been a gradual, ongoing process?
It was gradually ongoing for a long time, but it started. He woke up after the last Marquez fight.
Oh, really?
That was the key. He knew that he had to do something different to be a better fighter, and I started changing him a little bit after he lost to Morales because he was a one-handed fighter. And I wasn't gonna be satisfied until he was equal with both hands. We're about there at this point, I think.
Morales really used his size in that fight that he beat Pacquiao. Do you see that being an issue with Clottey being the bigger guy? We've seen the big guy, big versus small.
I don't really think size wins fights. I think skill does. So he might be a little stronger inside, but he might hit a little harder. But I think our speed will nullify that.
Freddie, how would you draw Clottey in? Because he's not that much of an offensive fighter.
No, he's not. The thing is, but you can't, defense doesn't win fights. So, if he's not going to throw punches, he's got a characteristic where if you throw a combination at him, he'll wait for you to finish your combination and then he'll throw back. And if you stand in front of him, you're an idiot. We're not going to do that. He's not going to be able to find us.
He's practicing to let his hands go more. Is that something he can practice and actually do in a fight against Pacquiao?
It's hard to change, of course, but if he's trying to improve, and that would be something I would teach him also. Hopefully he's had success in sparring, maybe doing it, maybe that would be an improvement for him. Then we'd have to deal with that.
You think he plays dirty?
Well, he uses his head sometimes, but the thing is, if you fall into the pocket with him, his best punch is the uppercut, and his second best punch is his headbutt. So if you fall in the pocket, we're not going to go in there. We're going to fight him at distance. We're going to keep him at our distance. So Manny knows distance very well.
Are you surprised, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but that Clottey's trainer is saying that he doesn't need to look at the tape of Manny, that he knows what he was like because he used to work with him?
You know what? If you can watch tape and take advantage of it, if you don't do that, you're either lying or you're an idiot. Let's face it, you can learn things, again, styles make fights, of course, but the thing is, there's habits and characteristics of people that you can take advantage of. The thing is, you can see speed, but you don't really know what speed is until you get in there, of course. I fought Camacho one time, and I had fast sparring partners. And when I get him with Camacho, those fast sparring partners fucking so slow compared to him. I was overwhelmed. So I mean, it was a long night. But you know, that's how speed's hard to deal with.
Isn't the key